Good morning and welcome to the Meet Your Future B Network 2025 webinar. I'm Ellie, part of the Education Work and Skills team at Greater Manchester Combined Authority. For those who have joined us before, you might be aware that Meet Your Future launched in 2019 by Andy Burnham, Mayor of Greater Manchester, with the aim to give young people like you the chance to meet real employers and explore different career paths. We have developed a suite of information, resources and services that are here to help you. These can be found on GMAX, and I'll pop a link to GMAX in the chat shortly, which many of you will already be familiar with, so please speak to your teacher to find out more. We hope that this session inspires you and helps you to feel more confident about your future in Greater Manchester. In today's session, you'll be hearing from Tom and Beth from the B Network. Please make use of the question box for any questions or thoughts you might have throughout the session. You'll see this on the right-hand side of the screen, and we will be publishing any questions that come through. So please ask your teacher to put any questions you have into this box, and don't be shy, there are no stupid questions. And we'll cover these in the Q&A session at the end. If you would like to use captions or subtitles during the event, please select captions/subtitles on in your video controls. I'll now hand over to Tom and Beth. Thank you. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us for this Meet Your Future session. My name is Tom Colgan. I am the Early Careers Lead at Transport for Greater Manchester. So I'm here to talk to you about careers with the B Network. I'm joined by Beth Wilson, who's our Head of Organisational Development, also from the People team. And Beth is going to be on hand for any questions that you've got towards the end about what we do and why we exist. So we're going to start there. Transport for Greater Manchester exists simply to connect people and places in Greater Manchester. We are bringing public transport back under public and local control, and we're doing that to create a joined up, affordable and accessible network of transport called the B Network. You probably use the B Network every day on our trams, buses, roads and cycle lanes and pedestrian routes. But we're here to talk to you a bit about what goes into making that happen. To achieve our goals and to deliver this network, we work really closely with Greater Manchester's elected officials. So that includes the Greater Manchester Mayor, Andy Burnham. It also includes the Combined Authority, who are putting on these amazing Meet Your Future sessions, as well as all of the local councils that you may see and work with. So there's this whole ecosystem in Greater Manchester working to make sure that we can give you joined up, affordable, accessible travel. A few facts and figures, so things you might not know about us, is that there are actually about 1,300 people working as an employee of Transport for Greater Manchester, and that is a lot more than your bus drivers and tram drivers and ticket inspectors, though they are obviously a huge part of the B Network as well. We have people doing what I do, working on making sure our people are safe and happy in their jobs. We have legal team, IT team, a customer services team, and a whole lot of operational roles that go into delivering our B Network. We are looking to build the UK's first fully integrated, but also carbon neutral and zero emission transport network. It's something that we've not got in the UK at the moment, and we're on a path to doing that in the next 5 to 10 years. So it's an exciting time to join us and a really important time for this organisation as we look to the next generation of people who are going to help us deliver the B Network. We're hoping that within the next year or two, 1 in 10 of those 1,300 employees are going to be early career, and we're going to talk about what that means now. Our early careers offer is all about setting you up to join the workforce and to have the right opportunities to thrive in your career with us. Our early careers offer starts in formal education, which is where I'm imagining a lot of you will be right now. We offer work experience and T-level industry placements to give you real opportunities to learn about the world of work and what we do, to meet and work within our teams, and to develop yourselves ready to go into work after your education. For a lot of you, you might go on to university after your formal education is done, And if you do, then it's useful for you to know that we offer paid placements in the form of industry placement years. So some of you may go on to degree courses where there's a year out in the middle for you to work full time and gain real professional experience. We also offer summer internships. So you may do a standard university degree, 3 years maybe, and you may want to work over summer and gain that experience in your summer break. We offer summer internships as paid placements again through the 10,000 Interns Foundation. But for a lot of you, university may not feel like the right choice, and that's really important to note. Some of you may prefer that balance of academic learning with real world application and skill building, and that's where our apprenticeships offer comes in. So apprenticeships are paid employment. You'd be working for us as a full employee, but you'd also be studying for a qualification. That can be a degree qualification, or it can be something really specific to a set of skills that you want to gain to help you in your career. Any of these opportunities give you access to networks and opportunities for early careers professionals. So we have dedicated services and support to help people who are right at the start of their career and understanding the world of work as you come into it for the first time, as well as building some core skills like communicating and collaborating with people. You'll see in the top right corner of this slide a little badge that probably won't mean anything to you at the moment because a lot of people may not have heard of it, but we are a gold accredited member of something called the 5% Club. That means that we've made a commitment at Transport for Greater Manchester that a minimum of 5% or 1 in 20 of our people will be in something called an earn and learn position. So these people are earning a full salary, they are working full-time or part-time or in a flexible way that works for them, but they're also learning and gaining real qualifications and skills whilst they're with us. So hopefully that badge gives you some sense of the commitment that we make in this area. I want to talk now about something really specific but really important. If there's one thing you take away from this session, whether you're interested in a career on the B network or not, I hope it's this. We used to think about careers as a ladder that you make your choices right at the start, maybe even in school or college with GCSE options or A-level, T-level, BTEC or equivalent. And those options set you on this ladder that you then just take steps and climb throughout the next 40 or so years. In reality, most of our careers now are a lot more squiggly than that, and they involve changes and moves that don't make sense in a ladder sense. They're not all about managing more people or getting a fancier job title. And that hopefully can remove some pressure from you, because when I was in my formal education, I felt this insane pressure to make the right choices for my GCSEs and for my A-levels then, because they were going to set me up for the next 40 years. I then went on to train as a professional actor, so I did something completely different, and now I've ended up here in something completely different again, which I love and gain a lot of fulfillment from doing. So those choices I made then helped me. They gave me some skills and they were in line with my skills and my interests at that time, so they were the right choices to make. But I've had so many changes since then. I didn't need to have it all worked out at that time. And I hope that helps you to feel a bit reassured and a bit less pressure on the decisions you're making right now. If the choices you make are in line with what you think you're good at, what you enjoy, and what you're interested in at this point in your life and in your development, then they're the right choices to make. And you'll have plenty of squiggles along the way regardless. So you might as well make the choices that feel right for you right now. Jumping back to our early careers offer, I would like to tell you a bit about Gideon. Now, Gideon was our first T-level industry placement student at Transport for Greater Manchester. He was studying a T-level business management and administration at Bury College. And a lot of you may know that as part of the T-level, a big portion of that qualification is an industry placement. Gideon joined us on that placement in January in the people team, so the team that I'm in. he gained experience across all areas of the people team, from core HR to recruitment. He got to see how we hire people and support those processes, as well as organisational development, which is a really fancy way of saying the kind of work that me and my team are doing to make sure that the way we work is the right thing, and we're moving forwards in the ways that we want to and need to. Gideon, I'm talking about him in the past tense, and that's because he's finished his T-level now. So he finished his industry placement with us, but he's actually still with us at the moment in paid employment. So he's looking at his next steps and what the start of his career might look like now. But hopefully that gives you some sense of the kind of journey that you can have with Transport for Greater Manchester and the B Network. That is my big spiel. I want to open up now, because I believe we've only got a couple of minutes left, for any questions that you've got in the Q&A. I'm afraid I can't see those questions because I've got these slides in front of me, so I'll hand over to Ellie.
Okay, great. So our first question is, what other jobs are there in the B Network apart from bus and tram drivers or ticket inspectors?
Thank you, Ellie. I think the best person to answer this, who's just turned on their camera to be seen by you all, is Beth. So I'm going to hand over to Beth, if that's okay.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Tom. The interesting thing about Transport for Greater Manchester, so the organisation that Tom and I work at, who are overseeing the B Network, is we don't actually directly employ any bus drivers or tram drivers at all. We are the commissioning body. We are the people that oversee it all, and we do have so many different types of roles. So I can give you a few examples. We've got all your normal corporate head office services. So you've got finance, you've got legal, you've got HR. We've got a really big customer contact center as well. And they don't just take calls, they do emails, they deal with web queries. We've got a design and brand team who created all the yellow that you see out there and that you've seen on the slides today. We've got a partnerships and inclusion team who work with our local communities to help them to help us understand what transport needs to give for the people in Greater Manchester. We've got a commercial team who sell advertising on the trams. We've got a transport strategy team who are always looking to the future of transport. And then we've got the operational modes as well, with rail, highways, active travel, bus, and Metrolink. So there's very few careers that aren't possible in transport.
That's amazing. And the next question that we've got is about work experience. So looking for work experience for sixth form students, 1 day a week, 2 and 4 hours. Is that something that you offer? Can you talk a little bit about the work experience available at Transport for Greater Manchester?
Absolutely. So I'm conscious there was a specific question about the sixth form students there 1 day a week over a period of time. That sounds like a similar format to our T-level industry placements. So we know that our industry placements for T-level students can be 1 day a week over an academic year. So that format works, and we have people in those kind of placements. For sixth form students, and I'm assuming we're talking about a different qualification like A levels or BTECs, we offer work experience. We work with schools, partners, and some social enterprises across Greater Manchester to make sure that we're giving those opportunities where they really count, and where people may not have access to the workplace and to work experience elsewhere. But generally, our work experience offer is all about delivering something called social value. So we want to make sure that we are an organisation who exists for Greater Manchester. We're funded with public money to make sure that we deliver good things for the people of Greater Manchester. And so work experience, it's really important to us that we're able to give young people that experience of what it means to be in our workplace and to see what our teams do firsthand. if you have a work experience query, if you are a student and you're really interested in joining us for a work experience placement, send an email to our people team. There's an email address which I'm sure we can share with you, which is people@tfgm.com, and make an inquiry. We'll see what's possible, and if you have a specific team that you're interested in, please let us know.
Fantastic. And the final question before we finish is, how much does a tram driver earn, please?
Well, as Beth mentioned, the tram drivers aren't directly employed by Transport for Greater Manchester. They would be employed by one of our contractors who we work with and we oversee. So I, off the top of my head, don't have access to a number for you. What I can tell you about us, Transport for Greater Manchester, is that we are a living wage accredited employer, which is another badge, another accreditation, and a lot of big words. But what that means is that we've made a commitment that everyone who works at Transport for Greater Manchester earns a salary that will allow them to live a good life and a sustainable, sustain themselves on the salary that they earn with us. So we are accredited by the Living Wage Foundation, which is a commitment, and it means that we have to pay a livable wage to everyone who works for us. So I can't tell you a tram driver because they don't directly work for us, but we definitely share that with all of our contractors in terms of that commitment and that principle of what it means to work in public transport in Greater Manchester. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm aware that was our last question, so I will hand back to Ellie, but we really appreciate your time and for all your wonderful questions.
Thank you so much to Tom and Beth sharing their story, and thank you to everyone else for joining us. You should have already had a session card to help you explore more about Transport for Greater Manchester and the B Network. If not, please ask your teacher to share this with you. So GMAX is your Greater Manchester apprenticeship and careers service platform, where you can find out lots more about careers, apprenticeships and opportunities open to you. Many of you will already be using this, so please speak to your teachers to find out more. We have Instagram and X handles that are on the screen, and I will also be adding a link in the Q&A to our feedback form for parents, teachers and carers. Please take a moment to complete this on behalf of your students and children, as your feedback is incredibly important to us on how we improve these sessions for the future. Thank you so much for joining us and have a fantastic morning.